Ladies and gentlemen, where is Rigathi Gachagua? And why is he not attending Kenya Kwanza rallies out of the central Kenya, and by extension, his Madeira constituency? Let me bring to your attention that immediately Deputy President flew out of the country with the team to US and UK tours, for the US and UK tours. The Kenya Kwanza have been holding rallies. The first rally they held was in Kisii. Ezekiel Muchogu was launching his gubernatorial bid, and Rigathi Gachagua did not attend that rally. 2, they went to Bungoma. Rigathi Gachagua was not there. Remember, that rally was to counter Raila's rally there, and he was missing. The next day, he announced that he was going to vie for his, he was going to seek the Madeira parliamentary seat. Remember, this is coming, just the same week, last Monday when he was in Citizen TV, he made the announcement on the issue of the running mate, and it brought some confrontation between him and Musalia Mudavadi. Then after that confrontation, they played one for the gallery when they attended the burial of Ferdinand Titu's mother in Kiambu. Later on, he said he was not going to seek to be William Ruto's running mate. Yesterday, there was a rally that was held. Yesterday, the 7th of March, there was a rally that was held in his Madeira constituency. That is the rally that he attended, and he was the host. Today, the 8th, the Kenya Kwanza were in Kwale, and he was conspicuously missing. You might ask me, why are we getting worried, or why should William Ruto get worried of Rigathi Gachagua? Let me mention to you guys that if you remember the last rally that, the last tour that William Ruto held in Embu, Meru and Tharaka Nithi, he unveiled a team of people who he called principals. And in central Kenya, there were 3 principals. One of them was Rigathi Gachagua. It was Rigathi Gachagua, Alice Wahome, and Kithure Kindiki. Then Musalia and Wetangula from the western side. So in the event that William Ruto was away, everyone else and UDA supporters would be expecting Rigathi Gachagua to play a key role in those campaigns. However, that has not been the situation. And that begs the question, why is he rebelling against the rallies that are being held outside the central Kenya? In fact, the 2 rallies that he attended, all of them were in central Kenya. That's what I want us to look at in this rally. But before we do that, there is also another question that keeps on coming. After Sagana 3 declaration, there was a plan by the Central Kenya caucus to hold their own declaration, make a rally, try to brand it something. Then they also make public their declaration to support William Samoei Ruto. But that has not happened. I want to tell you, there is an organization, there is a group called the Friends of Gema. It's called FOGE. And I'm a member of FOGE because FOGE, Friends of Gema, is a group of people who are out of Gema, and yes, they're there. So I think I captured that there, that the plan was laid very well. Either it was to be part of Limuru 3, but Limuru 3 could not still do it because Limuru 3 is normally hosted, is actually harbored by Martha Karua, the Mount Kenya Unity Forum, that is Martha Karua, Mwangi Kiunjuri, and Moses Kuria. So the Limuru 3 declaration will not be used to endorse William Ruto. But this team were also to plan, find a central Kenya affair, then they endorse William Ruto. And for your information, Musalia Mudavadi, after they were unveiled as principals, held a meeting with the Central Kenya team in his home and hosted some 3,000 delegates there and did his campaigns. So why is it that the Central Kenya caucus team have not held their own exclusive rallies or meetings or something to declare William Ruto, publicly supporting William Ruto? Are they really a worried lot? And that is Those are some of the questions that are coming up. So let's get to our point, why Rigathi Gachagua is keeping. Before we do that, if you're watching this video, I want to kindly request you to subscribe. We are just shy of 100 subscribers to 1,000 to 10,000, and I'm believing that we will reach there. I think by this video we are going to reach the 10,000. So kindly subscribe. And also want to say thank you for people who have been sharing videos. I went to Facebook and find some people had been sharing. Thank you, and please continue sharing. By that way, you are also helping me promote this channel. Guys, Rigathi Gachagua felt uncomfortable by the fact that Moses Wetangula was left in charge. When Gladys Sholei was having an interview in KTN, I think the very day William Ruto flew, he was asked to explain whether Moses Wetangula was going to take charge. The issue of Moses Wetangula taking charge of the campaigns did not sit pretty well with Rigathi Gachagua. The feeling is that Moses Wetangula is a latecomer, and so he is the incumbent, and I think he was feeling like Deputy President William Ruto was supposed to put him in charge. Because if you look at, I have been trying to follow these rallies, you realize that the person in the order of protocol, Kithure Kindiki and Moses Wetangula, I don't know that I keep on saying Moses Kuria. Kithure Kindiki and Moses Wetangula are the ones that are at the top. So Rigathi Gachagua wanted for him to be in charge, and that is why he's also skipping those rallies. But then why do you think William Ruto will not entrust him with that? I have always mentioned here that William Ruto is not the kind of leader that wants to nurture other people. And someone like Rigathi Gachagua had already started showing signs of as a presidential person. Now that enough makes Ruto doesn't really trust him. Secondly, I think he's also not in tandem with the rest of the team, with the rest of the Central Kenya team. That brings me to my second point. Rigathi Gachagua was not given that role because he's not a unifying factor. And because he's not a unifying factor, William Ruto cannot entrust him to run with the campaigns. Because, for one, he was the attack dog, was the person to attack President Uhuru Kenyatta. And that I mentioned that political careers are going to stumble by just that fight with the president. And that made him to fall out with some other leaders. Even within the Central Kenya team, there is a big split on people who support Rigathi Gachagua, the other people who support Alice Wahome for the running mate. And because of that, I think William Ruto decided that he's not going to do that. Number two, the move to leave the national politics to go and concentrate in Madeira was done deliberately by Rigathi Gachagua to try to reconcile with the ground which is hostile on him. You see, I even realized that the rally that was they held in Madeira was they launched some assistant chief office. Then they were attending these other small events within Madeira constituency, and he's actually going to the ground. So what he has realized is that he has not performed as an MP, or he's below the expectations of the Madeira constituents. You cannot compare him with Ndindi Nyoro. By the way, I've never gone to Kiharu, but I'm told that Ndindi Nyoro have really performed as an MP in Kiharu. So he has realized that in the event that they may not win the presidency, he's going to seek that seat. He needs to concentrate on that place. The ground is hostile for him for only two reasons. One is trying to discredit President Uhuru Kenyatta. The senior citizens are with the Uhuru Kenyatta. Two, his track record may be wanting. By not any other reason, he has been concentrating on the national campaigns with William Ruto for the last 4 years. So, by design, it could be that he's going there to reconcile with the voters. Thirdly, I saw that he was welcoming members of other parties to UDA. So, there could also be a probability that he is doesn't have anything, a very bad motive, but is taking care of political UD affairs at the HQ. Because even I think Veronica Maina also flew with Ruto, who is the Secretary General, if I'm not wrong. And I saw Rigathi Gachagua meeting Alfred Keter at the UDA headquarters and receiving new members. That could be. But again, I have to poke a question on that. How many times have he spent at the UDA headquarters? We are not seeing photos of him at UDA headquarters doing a lot of activity. The only ones he was there was to receive Alfred Keter. Lastly, the drums of betrayal. The running mate push that, because I think his intention was to be William Ruto's running mate. I think he has done that because there's also information that he's one of the people that have really heavily invested in the UDA, just to make sure that even the secretariat runs and the leadership of the UDA party runs. So Rigathi Gachagua is feeling betrayed by Deputy President. I think that running mate altercation with the Musalia Mudavadi could have meant, and maybe William Ruto initially, the deal was that the running mate was coming from Central Kenya. But I think when Rigathi Gachagua made that statement, William Ruto might have reached to him and told him that, look here, I am the person who is going to decide who is the running mate. So he might have gave Rigathi Gachagua a very personal redress. And on that, Rigathi Gachagua felt betrayed, and then he actually protested from the national campaigns. He is technically out of William Ruto's national campaigns. That's what I have realized. And so it might take an intervention, maybe further intervention by William Ruto to try to maybe convince him back to be back, to convince him to join back that campaign. That, to him, I think, is one of the few reasons why he's not there. But then you can also answer us this question. Do you think that the Central Kenya team are feeling like the ground is hostile for UDA by the way the Red Army have really invaded the area, and that is why they might feel like it's time to go and focus to their respective seats in the counties, in the MP seat, in the ward? That was a probability. Then lastly, guys, UDA is making parliamentary center. I'll do a video about this probably tomorrow, but you can also tell us in our comment section here, what is your take on that? Why do you think William Ruto is doing that?